There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. In a loved one, either correct the vices or endure them. If you fix it, your partner will be better. And if you endure it, you will be better yourself. Always remember that. The biggest waste you can make is a waste of time. What you yourself will do for your parents, expect the same from your children. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Do not be contentious and quarrelsome, for such people never get out of a beggarly state. Every man is a creature of the age in which he lives. Very few are able to raise themselves above the ideas of their time. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Remember that a successful marriage depends on two things: finding the right person and being the right person. Do not laugh at old age where you are coming closer to it. If you intend to consult someone about your problems, look first at how this person manages his own problems and don't spread yourself too thin. Learn to say no politely and quickly. Live as you can, if you cannot live as you want. Take care of your reputation. It's your most valuable asset. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. The universe is transformation. Life is opinion. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Never let your sense of morals prevent you from doing what is right. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Everybody is a genius. Love a friend, remembering that he can become an enemy, and hate an enemy, remembering that he can become a friend. Never discuss money with people who have much more or much less than you. Save your children's tears so they can shed them on your grave. Smile a lot. It costs nothing and is beyond price. Buy not what you want, but what you have need of. What you do not want is dear at a farthing. Never underestimate your power to change yourself, and never overestimate your power to change others. If you want a woman to keep loving herself, try to instill in her the idea that you are in awe of her beauty. One should not pursue victory if the benefits it brings are to be gained by means of lowliness and crime. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Be happy with what you have, but strive for the best. Do nothing for money, let profit take care of profit. Discipline yourself to save money. It's essential to success. Let men see. Let them know. A real man who lives as he was meant to live. An ounce of action is worth a ton of theory. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. To know is to know that you know nothing. That is the meaning of true knowledge. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. A life without experience and suffering is not life. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Every action has its pleasures and its prices. Be brave, even if you're not. Pretend to be. No one can tell the difference. Lead a moderate and sober life if you wish to be independent. Remember that poverty does not come about by diminishing wealth, but by multiplying desires. Be careful with a joke. You may be misunderstood. No matter how much you want, the more you have, the more people will envy you. Let the person speak freely if you want to hear the truth. The patient should not hide his illness from the doctor, and the poor man cover his poverty in front of his friends. Judge your success by the degree that you're enjoying peace, health, and love. While getting ready to do something, never talk about it. If you fail, people will laugh. It is strange that they fear death. Life hurts a lot more than death. He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. Eyes and ears are poor witnesses to people if they have uncultured souls. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Life is like a piano. What you get out of it depends on how you play it. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by, and another takes its place, and this too will be swept away. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Do not do to others what angers you, if done to you by others. For a man, to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. The aim of art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. No valid plans for the future can be made by those who have no capacity for living now. You see, the secret of happiness is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. I have learned to seek my happiness by limiting my desires rather than in attempting to satisfy them. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. If there is still something to be done, then consider that nothing has been done yet. You won't find the kind of love that your parents had for you anywhere. As we put life on hold, it passes. You don't have to rush into marriage before you're 30, but you don't have to delay after you're 30 either. Don't choose as your friend the one who does not live in harmony with his wife. In life, hide your misfortunes, lest you make your enemies happy. 2 kinks. In youth, education should be avoided. Too much austerity and too much sweetness. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Our prime purpose in this life, cow, is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Old friends pass away. New friends appear. It is just like the days. An old day passes. A new day arrives. The important thing is to make it meaningful. A meaningful friend, or a meaningful day. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will.